Welcome back to the live afternoon talk show with your host here, Aisha, aka DZR. It has been very well known in a while on social media of controversies about the concerns over the wellness of our planet Earth here, since many celebrities are in a trend named actions speak louder than words. Basically, small actions that benefit the earth. So, I have been personally tagged in many posts by our dear loyal viewers here asking what our favorite celebrities here that have joined us, including me, have done during the recent past holiday about the small actions they did to benefit the earth. So, I'm here with.
Tristan,
Shanda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Moreno Dinata.
All right. So, to answer your question, dear viewers, personally for me, I have visited a beach here somewhere in Jogja and saved a sea slug who was in the midst of drying out in the sun. So, how about you guys?
wait, Manisha, what is CISLA?
A sea slug is basically an ocean version of what a snail looks like without
Mhm.
the shell. It's very
Okay.
gross. It's very big and very, very fat.
During the holiday, me and my family, we made deliberate decisions to change a simple daily habit from how we move from one to another places instead of automatically using motorbikes or cars. We choose to
Mm-hmm.
walk or use public transportation, especially for short distances. Places like nearby shops, cafes, or local spots that we would normally reach in a few minutes by vehicle became opportunities to walk instead.
Mm.
Yeah.
How about you,
Okay.
Jen?
Maybe from me, just like honestly, nothing major, but whenever me and my family just like grab a food or drinks, just like along Bangla Road, and then we just said, no to plastic bags and straws, and just like yeah, simple as that. That's all.
And for me, I reduce
Mhm.
plastic in my food consumption in my holiday vacation.
Let's see. Oh, it seems we have a comment here by Chimol Bojot77. He seems to have two questions for us. All right, the first question he asks is, what caused you guys to commit those deeds?
For me, the decision came from uh, us realizing that the most of our daily habits, transportation, are based on convenience and not necessity. We notice that we often use vehicles for distances that we actually didn't require them. And this behavior, when repeated every day, contributes to unnecessary fuel consumption and air pollution.
Okay.
All right. Maybe from me, just like for the concert, just looking around, and then the street was packed with many tourists, just like every store handing out plastic bags and cups, many cups, and then it just like, wow, it adds really fast, and it was just like made us think, okay, we can at least do something more like that.
For me, because I saw plastic waste during my vacation, and it really bothered me because it spoiled the view.
All right. So, honestly, for me, I felt quite sorry that one of my favorite marine animals was drying out like that in the sun. So, I had the immense obligation in my heart to help it to safety. So, it seems he has a second question. How did making that deed feel? Do you guys think it would have a positive effect in the world?
In the beginning, the change felt uncomfortable. Walking takes more time, and in certain conditions, like hot weather, it can be physically tiring. However, after a few days, the discomfort would start to feel normal, and the action became more intentional. It felt more meaningful because we knew we were making a conscious choice rather than just following convenience.
Maybe from me, it's just like it felt good, just like really, really, genuinely good. And it has a small thing, but it doesn't feel pointless. And it's even half the people walking down, and then that street did the same time. Just like imagine how much less waste there be ending up on the Phuket beaches. That's for me.
Hmm.
Last one for me, of course, because I felt it would be very useful and I didn't have to start with something big right away.
Hmm. Seems we all have a similar experience. Yeah, for me, it felt great when I did that deed as well, when I saved the sea slug. The effect it will have in the world, in my opinion, would be an essential part in the marine life cycle. So, now we have another question by another viewer, Irfan699. He asks, what environmental part of the deed you guys made want you to take action?
The main environmental issue that pushed us to act was the level of air pollution and fuel waste caused by unnecessary short distance travel. Many people overlook this because each trip feels small, but when multiplied by thousands of individuals, it becomes a serious problem. The realization made it clear that the issue is not always about large-scale industrial activity, but sometimes it is about everyday behavior.
Okay, and then from me, just like for the environmental, just the sheer of the amount of the single-use plastic bag, just like flying around one street, in one night, and it was really a lot of the plastic bag that one night.
Yeah, from me, the problem is that we often use plastic because it is simple. And from my solution, bring a bottle from my home when I go anywhere.
Mm, okay. So for me, in my opinion, the sea slug that I saved in my holiday is important in cleaning up over the abundance of the seagrass that is in the floor. Essentially, they are part of a very irreplaceable crew in the cycle of the marine life system. All right, I have a curious question. What do you guys think for our viewers here who are watching? What steps could they take to follow your example?
So for the viewers who want to follow this activity, my activity, the first step is to set a clear and realistic rule. For example, decide that any destination within a certain distance, such as 1 or 2 kilometers, must be reached on foot. For longer distances, choose public transportation whenever it is possible. And then
Hmm.
planning trips ahead of time can also help reduce unnecessary travel. And the most importantly, consistency is the key. It's not something you do occasionally, but it has to become a habit. Without
No.
consistency, the impact is nothing, I could say. Yes.
Okay, maybe from me for the viewers, what can you do? Just like carry a reusable bottle and then bring a tote bag and then just tell the vendor just like no straw please, and then it was seriously that it, and it was really too easy to do it for the viewers.
For me to viewers, so you guys can be wise in your plastic use, especially in place like cafe where plastic is widely used. You can bring a tumbler.
All right, so there is one last question from Durian Namora. So she asked, do you think that there is advantages and disadvantages to the actions you guys made, and why?
For my activity, there are clear advantages to this action.
Mm.
Environmentally, it reduces fuel consumption and lower carbon emission, which contributes to cleaner air and a healthier planet. On a personal level, it improves physical health by increasing daily movement and can also reduce expenses since there's less spending on fuel transportation. And however, there are also disadvantages. Walking or using public transportation takes more time compared to using a private vehicle, and it can be physically demanding, especially in hot, unpredictable weather. It, and it also requires a higher level of commitment because it is easy to fall back into old habits when convenience becomes tempting.
All right.
Okay, maybe I think for my opinion, it was the advantage is really obvious, just like less plastic, cleaner beaches, and then better for everyone. And then for the disadvantages, I think just like sometimes you just forgot, especially when you are excited and caught up exploring a new places, but that's really the only downside. So I think it really worth it trying anyway.
Okay. So what about you, Marino?
The last one for me, the good thing is that can use my own tumbler, which is safer and more environmentally friendly, but with all its advantage, bringing your own cutlery is a bit of a hassle because you have to carry it everywhere. So what I mean is I just start from small things first, namely bring on my tumbler. That's all for me.
Okay. Seems our guest stars are well informed. So, my turn. The upsides are obviously, in my opinion, create a creature that is beneficial for marine life, since sea slugs are one of my favorites. While the downsides are, there might be some people who view helping marine life as interfering with nature. So they might, yell at me and even stop me. So, all right, seems that our time has been cut short. It was wonderful hosting you, three celebrities. And for the viewers who are hosting, no, not hosting, watching right now, live on Twitch TV /AsiaZR.com. Remember to tune in on this show every single Friday. So see you soon.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Thank you.